Jeremiah was a bullfrog. He was a good friend of mine, 'cause I helped him drink in his wine. It's church day. It is church day. I am live right here on YouTube, trying to bust the bubble that our government has put us under each and every day. Well, hello. Hello. And I think you're the first one on here. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you. Hey, Robin, by the way, I'm live, so don't come out here naked and telling me to go F myself and all that this morning.
Oh.
Love you. Rockin' Robin is my sidekick. Well, hello, Hilda. Howdy. I love shirts with the sleeves cut off. Probably learned that. There's a picture of me, the Frisco Kid. That's my TikTok name, the Frisco Kid, because when I use the word John F. Kennedy, they leave the fake accounts up and take mine down because they love sharing the false narrative. But it's church day. I figured I'd come on here and do some preaching. No, just sharing the story. We're still manifesting the John Fitzgerald Kennedy Jr. Healing Center. I have not heard back from my friend that put in some paperwork to try to buy that for us. But yeah, we're still manifesting for the John Fitzgerald Kennedy Jr. Healing Center so we can make a big difference. Henry. I love my brother Henry. And if I ever became president of the United States, I would make Henry vice president just because he's got a heart of gold and he's real. He is for real. He loves digging the truth. He found some pictures of me. I always heard that my pictures were with Sonny. Sonny was the big man of the HA 81, the Hells Angels. And Sonny found some pictures of me as a kid. I've always shared the stories. And I imagine that there was pictures out there. I figured they had been stolen like every other thing by people that do HBO miniseries and things like that. But yeah, I basically, Sonny was my stepdad at a very young age. There's pictures of me and Sonny. Henry found some the other day, which was way cool. I want to have one of those printed out. I want it on my wall. I really do. I want to make a picture of me with Sonny, and yeah, that would be a nice picture. It's crazy, the fakes and the frauds that are out there hindering the story so much. Good day, Lions. It's so nice to see all of you. It's a beautiful day here in Arizona. I wanted to go to Motorcycle Mayhem. It's just a mile down the street, and hand out some bumper stickers. But I already handed out the ones I had, and I was sent some, but I didn't get them. I wanted to just start handing them out to all the bikers and get the story out, The Quiet Journey. I just hung that sign right here. The Quiet Journey. Somebody out of the kindness of their heart send me that sign. They did, and I hung it. Robin stuck this sticker. We just painted this house not too long ago. Well, Robin did, and she put this sticker on there, and I tried peeling it off, and the paint's all coming off with it. It is. So the sticker's staying, and the big sign underneath. If you're new here to my channel on YouTube and you don't know about the story, please go to The Quiet Journey. It is a 1 hour, 1 minute, and 11-second video sharing my life, portion of it anyway, as the son of our former assassinated president. I'm releasing the Kennedy files, what they won't tell you what really happened. And I don't think they ever will until we remove them from power within our government. And that's a big thing, you know. Our forefathers gave us the right to remove them from power when they got too messed up. And they're messed up and they're full of lies. And they're really good at making people believe their lies and what really, really goes on. I run across some brothers of the HA every now and again. But yeah. Good day, Chris. Nice to see you. Somebody made me this beautiful hat. Matter of fact, Tina Beaners on the internet made me this beautiful hat. It's got the American flag on it. It's got a Harley wings in the front with the 81. When I was really, really young, I mean a really young teenager, I got this tattoo right there. It was hand done. It was done with a little needle and thread, and sitting there when you're kids, you do that kind of crap. And then it says number one, but it says dad in the middle of the one. And that's been there a very, very, very long time. The only tattoo that I did not do myself was this one. I was in LA and I stopped in and said, I want a tattoo. But that was my first shop tattoo. And all the other ones I did myself. All these right here, I did myself. Just poking around. Anyway, I never really trusted too many people and their ink and things like that, especially when there was a price on my head. Yeah, you can get really sick from a tattoo if you're not careful. But it is a beautiful, beautiful hat. It really is. My hair is probably all messed up. That's why I wear a hat. Look at that. Whoa. And I'm going bald headed. A true artist made this hat for me. It says justice on this side right here. And then it says John F. Kennedy Jr. right there. This is a very nice custom hat. It has my birthday right there, if you can see it. 11/25/1960. Awesome hat. And I love the 81 on the front, which is way cool. Very cool. Man, that's not cool though. My hair is not cool. But thank you so much for joining on this church day. We are trying to get the story out to the world. I get asked a lot of times, what can I do to help you? Almost like people need my permission or asking my permission to help. I'm asking the world to make this world, to make this right here, thequietjourney.tv, make this story number one. I hate feeling like a book salesman. I really, really do, because this book should sell itself. Stolen Identity, Unveiling the Real John Kennedy Jr. by John Kennedy Jr. This is on Amazon. You can see the reviews on Amazon. This has been out for over a year now, and there's 511 reviews. I just Googled it. I like to Google things so it gets in the search engines for other people to find it. And it's not getting the publicity that it should. It's being covered up, a matter of fact, from the world. But this is a wonderful read. If you read the reviews of people that have read this, and they all say pretty much justice for John. It's justice for everyone, because I'm exposing the criminals in our government. And I get a lot of flack, a lot of hate, because I'm exposing people like Donald Trump. And not only am I exposing people like Donald Trump, I'm exposing people like Biden and the Bushes and the Obamas and the Clintons and on and on and on. They are all the same crime ring, people. They all are told what to do by our very own Secret Service. Yeah. And it's all covered up. It really is. So they can stay in power over us, so they can live the life of riches. And most of them, are satanic. They really are. I know. And I'm not just pulling it out of my ass saying, oh, they're all satanic. I read it on the internet some fucking place. No, I lived it. I lived it. I seen it. And yeah, I was even on presidential detail. I was taught to be a Secret Service agent. And what are you taught by the Secret Service? To be on a presidential detail. Your life means nothing. You are nothing. The president of the United States is everything. They program that into your head, so you will be willing to jump in front of a bullet if necessary to save that man's life. You are programmed to die for that man. Think about that. You are programmed to die for the president of the United States as a Secret Service agent on presidential detail duty, whatever the fuck you want to call it. So, if you're thinking about that, I want you to think about Donald Trump standing up going like this while there was an active shooter, or maybe two or three. They didn't know. They're on stage. How did they know how many shooters were there? So that was a made-up movie scenario. It really was. But I bet you people lost their lives because they don't care. They were all about the photo op to get that picture all around the world on all social media, on all mainstream media, so he could become the president of the United States. Now, if you're really thinking, maybe you should think, is he an accessory to murder? If that was all staged, is he an accessory to pre-planned first-degree murder? You bet your ass. You bet your sweet ass. And they do it all the time. They do it all the time. Thank you so much for sharing. I appreciate that. That's what I'm all about, is getting the story out, making it world, because I'm exposing these people. They don't want you to know my story. They go out of their way so I can't get this story out. And to be truthful, I don't even know how I've lasted on YouTube this long, probably because I pay the premium subscription so I can get on here, and they figure they can just hinder me on a beautiful Sunday afternoon with 32 people watching. Yeah, it should be 32 million. Yeah, that's what it should be, but it's not. So I'm asking everybody that asked me, what can I do to help? What can I do to help get your story out? Share it. Ask me, email me at John, JOHN, JRONE at Gmail, and say, John, I want some bumper stickers. And I will send you a handful of bumper stickers. We've been actually putting about 20 in an envelope at a time, sending them out. But yeah, email me, help support me. And when you're supporting me, you're actually supporting yourself on getting this truth out, because what I'm exposing affects you. It affects your daily life. When you have a criminal or criminals running the show, it affects you. Straight up, it does. From everything, from, the organized crime has their hand in it, everything, every single thing. They got their hand out to take money from us. That's how it is. That's how it has become. I'm like, let's all get together, we the people, and get rid of that nonsense. Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing. Yes, I would love to see this go viral. I really, really, really would. I really would. I would like to see my book go to a #1 book bestseller. It's been out over a year, and the numbers go instead of down where they should be. Anyway. Anyway, I feel more comfortable with my shirts. And this is a great shirt of the ear example. Ears are like a fingerprint. They really, really are. And I'm sharing that my identity was stolen and the man that replaced me. So you got my ear as a child. You got my ear right now. You got my ear as a child. It is a perfect match, all three, from me now to me as a child. Then you got the imposter, the man that stole my identity, Mr. Pretty Boy. Ears don't match up to any of the thousands of photos of me that were taken in the White House, after the White House, up to the age of 10. Up to the age of 10, all the photos are the real John Kennedy Jr. and not the man placed by organized crime for our government to steal billions of dollars. It's these people, and they're just one big, huge crime ring. They really are. They stole billions of dollars from me. They unalived people within my family so they could achieve the billions of dollars. And it's huge. It is so, so huge. I want to thank you all for your comments and your support. I sit on here and I gain followers as time goes on, and that is so appreciated. Sundays, I usually try not to do shit. I'm so busy during the week, Monday through Saturday, always doing something. I have a million projects to do around here. And when you're old like me, things slow down. You do a little, and then you take your nap, and then you wake up and do a little more. But I got a million things to do around here. But on Sunday, I just like kicking back. I was just watching cartoons, Chilly Willy and Woody the Woodpecker. I don't like watching anything that's on the news that's put out because it's all cabal run. It really is. And I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I'd rather watch a cartoon and not know. Thunderstruck, AC/DC. Yeah, I love AC/DC. I was brought up. Henry found a picture of me as a kid. It is me. I've shared the story that the Hells Angels protected me as a child. See if I can bring it up here. Now, I was on Facebook about a year ago, and I was in one of those HA81 chat rooms that they have on Facebook. And this guy was on there, and I just said, yeah, I knew Sonny. He's all, I want some money from you. I was like, what? And my response was, well, I don't have any money, but I have done more for the HA than you can ever fucking imagine. And he came back with, well, Sonny's gone and you were never mentioned and blah, blah, blah. What are you going to do to contribute to the Hells Angels? But anyway, that is me. That is me right there. And if you can see, I got a patch on my back. And then the other picture I got, and that's not when I officially got it. That was just them putting a vest on me. What the heck? This is my photos. I know I saved it. Anyway, I'll have to download it again because it's not on here for some reason. Oh, there it is. Well, they don't want me to show it for some reason. Anyway, that is me with a 1%er patch on me. A picture will tell you 1,000 words, and you don't ever have to say nothing. 1,000 words. But that is Sonny that's sitting there next to me. And I've told people when I was young, I did training in Vietnam with the CIA. Hello? You see that picture? I told you that we tried to save prisoners of war. I was actually captured. I did a little reconnaissance into a river prison. And when I put my hand on the boat dock, I immediately was captured. I believe it was probably an AK-47 stuck to my head. And that was a very terrifying moment for me. I thought I was going to die as a child. The man next to me, after they literally threw me into one of these water prison cells, and the bamboo spike stuck me in the back. I was probably bleeding, but I was in there. And the man next to me was screaming out in pain. That's right. An American soldier was in prison screaming out in pain. And one of the, I don't know what you would call them, prison guards or whatever you call them. I don't know what the word for it would be. Prison guard, I guess. Actually put his AK-47 up to his head and pulled the trigger, and the water all around me turned red. I believe the man to my right, I really don't know. He was in a flight suit. So it was probably in Cambodia, probably somewhere we weren't supposed to be, and his plane was shot down and he was captured. But with that said, I tried to save that man's life and keep him alive while he was in that water prison cell. And I really don't know if I saved his life or not, because I went into shock just holding him up above the water so he would not drown. And yeah. And yeah. Anyway, I don't know how I got off on that story. But this is another famous photo of me as a child. They were teaching me. They really were. They were building me up to be somebody important. The training I had at a very young age, huge training. And sometimes I wonder what was all that for, if I'm just going to be kept in poverty, sitting in a trailer house, and not be able to use and share my experience, what I have learned, to others. But that's kind of what I'm doing here now. And you can see my little short movie at thequietjourney.tv. I hope you share it. That's the plans. There's been a lot of money shared with me, shared with bumper stickers, shared to make that movie. And I would appreciate it if you all could share the truth and get it out there. There's a lot of fakes. There's a lot of frauds. There's a lot of people sharing misinformation. You know, they say I'm full of misinformation. Well, I'm doing everything I possibly can to get the truth out to the world. And they take my accounts down on social media and leave the fake ones up to keep spreading their lies and their bullshit. Yeah, it's huge what they go to try to hinder the truth. Yeah. And I'm asking each and every one of you to please help me share the truth, to get it out, because the truth affects us all. Like I've said, it affects each and every one of us. You know, you want a child molester walking your children to school? It's kind of the same deal. We have these people in power. They traffic children. Just pictures of me in a dog cage, for Christ's sakes. And that's just one of the extortion pictures they took. I have a picture of my son, David, sitting on a man's lap, and he has a knife up to his neck, an extortion photo for money. I carried that photo around in my wallet for 25 years. I finally met that man again. I did. And you know what he said? I didn't even know you had a child. Was he under MK Ultra? MK Ultra is a powerful tool that they use, our CIA uses, and it will make you forget. It will make you do things you never even realized you were doing. It is a tool of war. You got the spies, spy versus spy. Spy versus spy is a deadly game because when they find out you're a spy, you're probably going to be killed. Straight up. Well, they use CIA tactics, MK Ultra, so you don't even know what's going on. You really don't. You're using that part of your mind just like a deep hypnosis, where yeah, I'm sharing that MK Ultra is for real. It's a huge tool. It is actually a weapon of war. It is the most powerful weapon you can imagine. You can get a human being and control that human being, to put on a backpack full of explosives, to drive your car into a brick wall, to grab a weapon and use that weapon on others. And it's a program. You are programmed. They get a human being and they program you. And you can't fight it. You can't. I've tried my whole life. I really have. Can't fight it, people. And it is 100% for real. It is 100% a weapon of war. You know, it's a secret what our CIA did with their mind control and their LSD and all their bullshit. I mean, it might be a good weapon if you're in war, or somebody wants to go to war with you, to use that, but they are actually using it on Americans, using it on civilians, using it on the wealthy to steal from the wealthy. So yesterday, a couple days ago, me and Robin, well, it's been about a week, I guess. Um, my dog Bubba, I got a dog from the pound. Way cool, beautiful dog. He's finally getting comfortable here, but he chewed my door up. There's styrofoam in that door. He literally scraped it till he was bleeding and left styrofoam all over. So yesterday I spent the day, part of the day anyway. I cut some plywood. I put over the big hole that he tore, and me and Robin went out on a date night. And when we got home, he was so at home now that he didn't. He clawed it a little bit, tore a little paint off, but he didn't eat through it. So he's getting more comfortable being here by himself, which is way cool. I love my dog Bubba. Bubba, Bubba, come here and say hi. Come here and say hi to everybody. Come on. You know the routine. Come up here. Come up here. Come on. This is Bubba. This is my new buddy, Robin's new buddy. Robin kept telling me she would like a big dog. And he's not so big, but he's a big teddy bear. He's got a blue eye and a brown eye. And his blue eye like glows in the dark. It's really cool. Anyway, he's getting more at home here. He still don't like breathing my cigarette smoke. And when he comes up like that, I got a cigarette here. Shh. But yeah, it's a big step to rescue a puppy from the pound, to become part of your family. I planned so much before I got him, and now I got to fix the fence because he hops right over the fence. Yeah. But anyway, he did good last night. Me and Robin went out on a little date. And when we got home, the house wasn't all tore up, which was way cool. Because the other day, last week anyway, he tore the house all to shreds. He really did. It was a mess. Robin was like, "Oh no." Well, thank you so much, Amy. I appreciate you all. Please hit that share button, please. It's going to be hard, and that's why these bumper stickers are such a big, big deal. Because it's going to be hard to bust the bubble of these people in power. It is. But we got to do it. If we want to save this country, if we want to give this country back, we need to expose these people that are in power as president, vice president, down the line, that they are the cabal. They've always been the cabal. And when you say, oh, you're just a Donald Trump freaking hater, no. I hate the system. I hate the mafia. I hate the organized crime, the syndicate, the cabal that put these people in place over us. Straight up. If Bill Clinton was still president, I'd be saying the same thing about Bill. And if Bush was still president, I'd be saying the same thing about Bush. It's run by organized fucking crime. Organized crime rules over us, people. It's that important. And they think they own us. The cabal thinks they own us. They have become that powerful. They can make you freaking disappear. They can steal from the rich. They use identity theft. They really freaking do. Do me a favor, Lions. If you want to help get this story out, just Google this. Just Google this. That's a big step right there because you're making the search engines know, hey, stolen identity. It's real. It's out there. And John Kennedy Jr. is alive. Look what they did to him. Look what they did to his family. That's the files. I can't stress it enough. I'm the files. They say they're going to release the files. No, they're not releasing the files. The files are, it was a mafia war. It was a mafia takeover of the Kennedy family. They say, oh, there was a Kennedy curse. No, it was a mafia takeover. You got the best of the best criminals in the world doing their secret activities, unaliving people, putting people in their place. And it was done for billions of dollars. But not only for the billions of dollars why they were doing this, so they could take power over us. So they could keep that power over us. So they could still make money. So they could do what they want in organized crime. And we, the people, are the biggest army in the world. We are. They have become very, very big, very, very powerful. But they're small in sense. They're small. They're huge, but they're small because they're the cabal. They're secret society and what they do. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you so very much. I'm not passing the basket. It's church day. I'm not passing the basket around. I'm just asking you, go to this site, The Quiet Journey, see my little movie that some wonderful people made for me. See it? At the bottom of it, there's a Facebook box. Hit that Facebook box, share it on Facebook, share it everywhere you possibly can. Right here on YouTube, the video that's pinned at the top of my YouTube here is my little short movie. Please see it. Share it to the world. Download it. That's what's going to expose these people. They're hindering me. They're hindering my story from getting out. They've kept us in a glass bubble. They really have, because I'm exposing them for being criminals. So we got to do what we got to do. Little David up against Goliath, got to get that hammer out and break that bubble that we're in. Put one of these on your car so many can see it. Many can see it. I actually had these stickers when I first got them. First thing I did was go put some on Robin's car and the pickup. First thing I did on the pickup truck, I got these on my window. I had to get some electrical supplies at Lowe's the other day because Robin's wash machine was not hooked up. It had no electricity. Her dryer. And she, especially with a dog now, we got to get rid of the hair on our clothes. And anyway, I was at Lowe's and I was just got checked out and I'm pushing my cart to the truck and some people stopped and they said, "You're John Kennedy Jr., aren't you?" And I was like, "Yeah." And they said, "We just saw you on a movie or on the internet." And I was like, "Really?" And they said, "Yeah, that's your truck over there with the stickers on it, right?" And I said, "Hell yeah, it is. It's so nice that you stopped me to say hello." Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So these, um, this lady came up with this idea and of the bumper stickers, and she said, "I'm going to order." I believe she ordered 2,000. Said, "If that's a good idea, we're going to order 10,000 more." And it's a beautiful idea because the cabal can't stop you from sticking this on your car or on your motorbike or putting it on the bulletin board at your grocery store. Anyway, don't go away, people. I got some more rambling to do here on church day to get the truth out, and I'll be right back. I apologize for the little intermission. Oh, so much to talk about. So much to talk about. So little time. You lions are freaking awesome. You really, really are. That picture of me with Sonny, in the book. I don't know where it is here. Anyway, in the book here, I got a picture of me on the back of Elvis Presley's motorcycle. And in the background, I actually dedicated that page to Sonny. I thought of Sonny as one of my many adopted fathers that adopted me and trained me. And Sonny was in the background on his trike behind Elvis. And I get a lot of hate. "Oh, that's not you. They're not even showing your face. That guy's a blonde." The things they did to keep me safe, and so I would not be noticed as the real John Kennedy Jr. It's crazy. People just don't get it. They don't understand. I always heard that my pictures were with Sonny on the wall in the Oakland clubhouse, and I never did go see it for myself to see. Henry was digging and found some pictures of me with Sonny. And yeah, I want to get one and have it printed out and hung on my wall. I really, really do. There's so much that they had me doing and teaching me as a child, and the cabal was right there. And one thing I always heard was, how do you find the rats? How do you find the people that are the cabal trying to take over, the ones that are doing all this evil deeds? You let them take over. You know, I can't stress this scenario enough. When I was young, I was standing working on some property, trying to build something up for my life. And I was standing there in the front yard. I was building an archway. I was stacking the rocks for the archway. I wanted a really nice home. And I've never really had a really nice home because my life and me living out of a backpack and everything else, and all the shit the cabal do to keep me in poverty. But I was out working in the yard, and a bullet grazed my cheek. I mean, I felt it go by my cheek. It was that close of a headshot that somebody was trying to assassinate me. And the feeling you get when a sniper tries to take your life, you wonder who, you think of all these people it could have been behind that rifle trying to kill you. And it's really messed up. It is mentally and everything else. And I don't know where I was going, people. I really don't. I don't use a script. So it's not written down here where I was going with that story about somebody trying to assassinate me when I was young. Just reading some of these comments. But that's cool. You guys chat away, chat it up, share it. Let's get it out there. Let's get it out there to the world. Let's break their bubble. If you go to the Quiet Journey, you can also buy a t-shirt or a hoodie. I can't wait to get a t-shirt that I'm going to cut the sleeves off of. I love sleeveless shirts. Maybe we can get them to put sleeveless shirts on there and start a trend that say the Quiet Journey with JFK Jr. on the back or something. I don't know. But if you want to help support the cause, 100% of the proceeds of the t-shirts and hoodies goes to me. They pay for the cost of the hoodie and the t-shirt, and the rest gets sent to me. But with that said, somebody messaged me and said they bought a t-shirt the other day, yesterday or whatever. They bought a t-shirt or a hoodie or something. But they said, can I put some bumper stickers in the package when I send them the shirts? I can't because I'm not the one in charge. They made it real easy for me. You buy a shirt, the people make the shirt, and then they send it from their warehouse or their place where they make the shirt to you. I don't touch it, and I'm glad I don't, because your t-shirt would smell like cigarette smoke, which to me would be awesome. You could say, hey, I got a t-shirt directly from John Kennedy that smells like a cigarette. So it's got to be the real deal. But yeah, so if you did buy a shirt or a pendant or something, but the shirts on the Quiet Journey, email me. Please email me. I thank you for your support in purchasing a shirt. But once again, emailing me your address. I don't have your address, and I will send you some as soon as I get them. As soon as I get these bumper stickers, I'm getting a mess of them sent to me, and I'm going to be busy. We've got several books of stamps we purchased, several books, but I just purchased a roll because I knew I'm going to need them. And I found out a roll of stamps is now like $71 from the post office. I see them online all the time on Marketplace and stuff where you can get them cheaper, where people have bought thousands and thousands of them. So anyway, I've got thousands of envelopes that I'm going to be busy mailing out. So send me your address. John, that's John, JRONE. That's my email. Send me an email. Say, hey, here's my address. I'd like some bumper stickers. And I am set up. I've got 1,000 I've got 1,000 envelopes. I'm all ready to go. I got the envelopes. I got some stamps. And I will put you some bumper stickers. And you can share them. You can put them on your car, your bicycle. Go hand them out to the FBI. What do you think about that one? Take the Quiet Journey bumper sticker. Go to your local FBI office. Take it into the office. Set it on the counter and say, have a good day. Yeah, that's how important this story is to get out. Because you're exposing our very own FBI with this sticker. You really are. Our FBI agents need to go see thequietjourney.tv. Our Secret Service agents need to go see thequietjourney.tv. Everybody in our Senate, Congress, everybody that has anything to do with a federal employee. You know, when you go into the federal offices and they got that big, thick, bulletproof glass, and then they got the little circle. Why is that? Because they pissed off too many Americans already. When you walk into a federal office, set it on the counter. Let the world know the truth of what's really going on. Please. It's huge. And once again, thank you, Lions. Thank you, people, for sending me these so I can send them out. Thank you for sending me the money for postage so I can buy stamps to send it out. It's all love. Henry started out with me. Henry said, all love, my brother. And I've been saying that ever since. And Henry shared a little story where his, I believe it was his father, had a Chevy Love pickup. And on the back, I don't know if it was on the back window or the tailgate or whatever, but it said all love for the Chevy Love. So anyway, I've been sharing that, all love. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing. Somebody messaged me yesterday that I said there's a lot of good people out there, and somebody messaged me and said there really isn't a lot of good people out there. It's time to change your circle of friends. I mean, if you put yourself in my shoes, the betrayal over and over and over from people, the betrayal I have seen, all the way to the unalivements of my loved ones, the betrayal I'm getting from people within our government, right to this day, from everywhere that doesn't want to help me share my story. It's really huge. I know where you're coming from when you say, people suck. There's not a lot of good people, but there's people sending me cards and letters and dolls and so much wonderful stuff, like this doll of me as a child. I always wanted one. I did. I wanted a doll of myself. At least when I came out exposing the truth. And I even looked it up on eBay once, and I think they're like $200, $250 if you can find one on there. And somebody out of the kindness of their heart sent that to me. Somebody sent this to me. Beautiful, beautiful hand-carved eagle head. Somebody sent me, King Smarty sent me this. Frequency, healing. Awesome. I love the gifts I get. Somebody sent me this, and I'm hoping that we can, when we get to John Kennedy Healing Center, that we can make a nice display case to put a lot of this. They made millions of dollars assassinating my father. They made millions of dollars assassinating my father just so they could sell this stuff. Believe me, millions. They even put my father on 50-cent pieces. There's so much memorabilia of my daddy. And somebody was making profits on all that. Yeah, but it sure wasn't me. It sure wasn't me. Anyway, if you go to the Quiet Journey on this beautiful church day and you go there, there's a link to both my books. You can purchase a t-shirt to share your support. There's a link to this new book. It is on Lulu, The Historian's Tale, The Amazing Return of President Kennedy's son. And Mary Maxwell is always updating this. She keeps sending me new things. We got to put this in the book, and we got to put that in the book. Mary Maxwell is a go-getter. She really, really is. I was just looking at a picture of my dumb ass when I was a kid. But you know what? I went through hell. I could be a dumbass because I went through hell. I really did. I went to hell and back. Thank you so much, all you lions. Hey, if you guys ain't got nothing to do, you're sitting around, make a video. Make a video today to share my story and get it out to the world. Put the quiet journey out there. Let's bust that bubble that they've got us in. I know sometimes I sound like a book salesman or a t-shirt salesman, trying to get the truth out. I'm just trying to get the truth out. It is so important. I want justice for all the injustice that has been done. There's been so much injustice. There really, really has. But the real means I'm selling books and t-shirts. I might as well sell a pendant maybe if I can. King Smarty donated these beautiful, beautiful pendants of me and my book and the Source Directive logo on the back with the healing frequencies in it. He sent me one that said, "This is for your post-traumatic stress disorder." And I can tell you, just having it around my neck, just holding it helps. Just knowing that somebody was kind enough to do that for me, to send it, that cares about me and my having to live the way I've lived my whole entire life. You know, when I step out the front door thinking this could be my last day on this planet because some asshole wants to take my life, not for anything I've done, not for one damn thing I've ever done, except for being me, for being able to expose these people in our shit hole government. Yeah, our government is a big shithole, and we really need to clean up. And it's more like a septic system. It's not a swamp. And the people that are saying, let's clean up the septic system in the swamp, are the ones in the swamp. They are all in the swamp, but they're saying, oh, let's clean up the swamp, pointing their fingers at all the other guys when they should be pointing it at their self. Yeah, for real, because that's what I'm exposing. I'm exposing them all. And they'll sure, you know, they're Hollywood actors. They'll sure give you a wonderful line of BS, and they're the wonderful liars that they are. Yeah, and if you lions ever run across anything like the pictures that Henry ran across yesterday, please share them with me. It would be so appreciated to share. Somebody else also. My smoking ass. You know, I've always smoked. Ever since I was young, I have smoked. Doctors tell me all the time I need to quit smoking. I had doctors telling me when I was in my 30s I wouldn't live to be 40 and all this other bullshit. I'm 64 years old now, but look at this. This was a wonderful gift. And this will go in the museum, the healing center, in a display case. Somebody out of the kindness of their heart sent me that. They also sent me a stolen identity one. And it's back here. This is a beautiful lighter right there. That is a wonderful gift somebody sent me with my picture on it. And it is so very much appreciated. It really, really is. King Smarty sent me lots of gifts. He said, we're going to get you all healed up. I just see this sitting here. This is really cool. It says some stuff I have no idea what it says on here. But it's a really cool little like magic wand. It's got the frequencies on it, on the end of it, and it's really cool. It's heavy as hell too. It is. It feels like a brick. Um, but yeah, that's Robin's little thing there. Um, but yeah, awesome gifts. Thank you. These gifts that I have will go in um, the Kennedy Healing Center. Eventually, when all that manifests and it does take place, I want to start something that'll be going on for even after I'm not here. And people can say, hey, look what John Kennedy Jr. did to try to help the people. And maybe it'll take off where we can start loving each other and helping each other. And when we reach out to our government and they won't help us and then they hinder us, we can do it ourselves. We don't need the government. My father's wonderful, wonderful speech, famous, ask not what you can do. Ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. And if you go to the quiet journey, a lot of people just click on a movie and don't pay attention. Just they're seeing it and it's just going blah, blah, blah right by them. I am actually guilty of all that. I can put on a movie and I can have it on, and my mind is someplace in outer space. And after I sit there and watch the whole movie, somebody could ask me what I just saw, and I couldn't even tell you the name of it. And yet I sat in front of the whole thing the whole time, but my mind's always elsewhere. But so pay attention. This is life changing. When you go to the quiet journey and you click on the movie, listen to what my father was saying. It is very, very important because what he was saying has taken place. They took excuse me. My father was saying all this stuff. He was trying to wake everybody up. He was saying, hey, there's a war going on. It's in our government. It's a secret war. That's what was in his speech. He was like, they want to control our media. They want to keep secrets from us, from you. And it's the secret societies doing that so they can become in power, so they can start putting their people in as presidents of the United States of America. Then they unalive my father. That's the whole thing. A lot of people will say, oh, it was the Jews. Oh, it was this society, or oh, it was the CIA, or oh, it was that. It's all of them. It is all of them, from the Catholic Church to the Jews. The rich, the powerful, the people that control it, from the secret societies. Anyway, they didn't want that out because they want us all as slaves. They want to be in control of the big prize, which is the United States of America. They have achieved that big prize now. They really, really have. A lot of social media, people are exposing this and that and this and that and all these things. But it's up to us. It is up to us, we the people. So, yeah, the John Fitzgerald Kennedy Jr. Center, I want it to be a place where we can make a difference. People can come there and say, hey, I've seen this. I know this. I went to help from our government, and they're hindering me. They're covering me up. They're not doing this and doing that. And a lot of it is over fucking money and power. That's the JFK files right there, money and power, and the takeover of the United States government, the Kennedy family. I got lots of stories on what they did, what our Secret Service did, how they were controlling my mother. A lot of people say, I don't believe Jackie could have allowed that to happen. When you have people ruling over you like our Secret Service and they say, we're going to kill your children unless you do this or do that, you're going to do what they tell you. You really are. because your children mean more than life itself to you. So they got you by the nuts. They really, really do in situations like that. And they ended up taking my mother's life. They ended up replacing my mother so they could steal literally billions of dollars from the Kennedy family. That's right. Our First Lady. Not only did they assassinate my father, they assassinated my mother. They assassinated my mother's sister. I believe they assassinated my sister. The story's huge about my sister because what they did to her. I got lots of stories to tell, all the way from the little girl being poisoned with a high fever, being put in a bathtub and ice poured on her to try to get the fever to come down. And the next minute, they come out and say, she didn't make it. Lots of stories about this secret war, that things are kept secret and they don't care about children. They don't. They really, really don't. And I know because I was kicked half to death more than once. I was beat. I was kidnapped more than once for extortion money, thrown in dog cages. We were in a dog track and I was thrown in the cage at the dog track. Yeah, and those are heavy duty cages. I think I broke my foot trying to kick the door open. But anyway, enough of the past. But to wake people up, you got to tell them about the past. You got to tell them the truth, the lies that they've been told, the lies that they believe were lies. Some people believe that John, Mr. Pretty Boy, was the real JFK. No, he was not. That's the cabal, that he was placed by organized crime just to steal. Then they made him a district attorney. They do this. They start you out as children. That's right. Why do you think the Catholic Church was guilty of molesting all the children? It was all on the commercials. Hey, if you were molested by a Catholic priest, write us a letter at attorney so-and-so, and we'll get you payment for all their bullshit that they did. Yeah. And they did it to me too. But why? Because they're building up a secret society of children. That's why they do it. They build up these children. Then they put them in power, in place where they need them to go. Sean Hannity, Fox News. Wonderful. Wonderful. What do you call that? Oh, shit, I'm brain dead. Anyway, a wonderful example of how they do that. Sean Hannity and me went to school when I was very young. So I know he was placed in power by the same people that did what they did to me. Then you got Denzel Washington, another wonderful example. We're going to make you a movie star. Yeah, but we're going to own you, buddy. That's the way they work. Just like Sean Hannity. We're going to get you millions and millions of dollars just for being on Fox News, but we're going to fucking own you. That's right. You're going to say all kinds of good shit about Donald Trump and this and that, but you're going to get a good salary. Wonderful example. While they're squashing my story, the biggest story of the century, how the son of our assassinated president survived, how much he knows, the knowledge he knows of what our very own government did to him and his loved ones. And they're not telling you. They're not. Because if they tell you, they're basically saying, hey, yeah, I really want to go to prison. Yeah, but now criminals get away with it. They get away with it because of flag waivers and the photo ops. The famous photo ops get them in power because our media. And where was I going with this? TheQuietJourney.tv. I'm doing everything I can to get this thing viral, to get it out to the world. Listen to my father's words at the beginning of this documentary, please, because he, before he was assassinated, was telling you why we have all the bullshit problems we have right now to this very day. We're all being lied to. We're all deceived. by these people. And we got to look to ourselves for the truth. We do. With that said, I've been rambling on and on and on. And I am just trying to get somebody just shared a picture of me with my Hells Angels vest on with the patch on the back and the 1%er on the front, and me with Sonny. And I believe his name was Larry. I don't know. Yeah. But anyway, thank you all so much. Please go to the website. Once again, show your support. Please show your support so we can keep sharing the truth. And, I'm manifesting for a church. I'm believing for a healing center. I'm believing for a place to come and have coffee and donuts where people can come while they're traveling the country and stop in and see a little bit of John Kennedy Jr.'s memorabilia that people have shared, to have little get-togethers where they're live streams, to have an office. So I don't have to sit here in this little tiny corner with no room and a closet behind me. An office, somewhere where people can come and share, write letters to people, get the story out. There's literally hundreds of churches. Everywhere I go, I see churches. There was a liquor store right up the street. Somebody made it into a church. On the same street, there's 10 churches. Little ones, big ones. There's all kinds of churches. They're everywhere. Churches are everywhere. So it's not too much for me to manifest and pray that we get one of these. And it's all on God's time. It really is. So if God wants us to have this place, it'll happen. If he doesn't, it's not going to happen. It's that simple. But I believe it would be a good thing for the people, for us to get the truth out. And anyway, love you all. Share. God bless you all. You have a wonderful day. I'm going to find an old country western movie on, see if I was in it as a childhood actor, or turn on the cartoons and just sit on the couch and maybe cook something for me and the dog to snack on or something. Maybe even some popcorn. But anyway, yeah. Thanks again. TheQuietJourney.tv. Check it out. Right here. Right there. Check it out. Let's make it go world. A lot of good people put in a lot of hard effort to make it go world. And now it's up to us. I can't do it myself. I can't. And when you ask me, hey, what can I do to help? Hit the share button. That's what it's all about. Saving the world, one share at a time. Have a wonderful, blessed day. Peace. All love. All love.